Yeah, hello. Welcome to Rick's Tech Pub on a 26th, January 26th on a, what is it, Monday? Yeah, happy Monday. How's everyone doing today? Hello, official Tim Tuck. Hey, this rotten weather is starting to catch up to me. My lower back is not feeling all that well today. And I didn't sleep that well last night. I only slept maybe 3 hours because I was up around 4:28 this morning and really didn't get back to sleep after that. Bubbles? Okay. Hello, Jeff. And Darren and Ken Snout. Whoops, I did it again. I've been dropping out a little early to get ready for a doctor's appointment. That's fine, Jeff. Hope everything goes good with the doctor's appointment. Ski Man, hello. Yeah, that one person that I was talking to on Ken's live stream is not here yet, but I don't know if he will be or not. Oh, Microsoft's been busy lately, causing all kinds of shenanigans because I've got 2 pages of updates and all kinds of things going wrong. Oh, where am I here? We got RDNA 5. That's coming out or has come out. Careful what you wish for. Yeah, I know. But he did ask me that one question, and I don't have an answer to it, so I think he'll have to go looking elsewhere for the answer. AMD may not be launching anymore. I think I said this yesterday, but someone asked me about it today. That he asked me what's going on with AMD and the GPUs. They're pretty much done until I think mid quarter or second half of 2027. Um, they're just not gonna play the game of building CPUs and building CPUs for people that they can't afford CPUs anymore. So I think they're just gonna take a break for a while, let things calm down, do whatever, and then maybe they might get back into the market of selling GPUs. But for right now, they ain't doing it. And of course, everybody is still talking about the Windows updates that's causing all kinds of problems. And these were updates released before they are tested. Yeah, that's they've been doing that a lot lately. Just to get the update out there, they're not really testing it. I'm sure they do a little bit. They do their little bit of testing of a couple of things, but the full testing they used to do on drivers and updates and everything, they're just not doing it as much anymore. So YouTube is cracking down on low quality videos. Um, I think what they're going to do, if they can, if you have like a 420p video, I think what they're going to do with that is they're going to upscale you to 720. I think I'll have to go back and watch that video, um, but they're finally cracking down on the low quality videos that are out there that people are making. Or think they're going to get rid of the 420, 520. I don't know. What do we all have for Forgot what they all have. But they're changing that so that everybody's video pretty much looks the same. So you won't be able to do those 480p videos anymore that some people do on very cheap cameras, and they have blurry pictures and the video isn't very it's very good. And I was going to show you a camera that I don't think YouTube will allow me to use anymore. And it's no, actually I think they will. I think this camera, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe it's they do start over. I do believe this is an HD camera, I think. Very old one. I've had this probably for 6, 7 years, maybe longer. 10 years probably. I don't use it very much. Yeah, it is HD. So they'd let me use this on YouTube, but I don't know. I'd have to do more studying on that to see exactly what they're doing with that, but sounds like they're trying to up the quality on videos, which is not a bad thing. It's just it might force people to upgrade their equipment a little bit. Because I do know there are people out there that still do the 480 videos, and YouTube is saying no to that. So, okay, studio, I've had enough of you. There. Probably has 720 or 1080p on that camera. Yeah, it does. I never received the updates for 25H2 that anyone is talking about, and I did check a couple of days. You never did get it. Okay. There's that update catalog, Jeff. You can go to, I think, on Microsoft's website, and you can get the update itself. If you can't get it through the normal updates, um, go to their catalog where they've got that specific update you're looking for, and you can download it from there. But how and where you do that, I don't know. I've never messed with it. But there's that update catalog that you can go to that Microsoft has that you can get the update from there. Supposedly, I've never used it, so I've seen other people do it. BrideTech has done it. In fact, I think that's what he was talking about in oh, Jesus Christ, what the hell she want to come up here for? Oh, I'd like to come up Wednesday on this week to get your signature and some forms to get silver script, your drug insurance, but also need to help from that financial counselor at the hospital. Hmm. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so Wednesday. Tuesday night. Looks like I will not be on Zoom because My mom is coming and she wants to be up here by 9:30, so she wants me up and around, which probably won't be a problem, around 7. So, yeah, Tuesday, I won't be on Zoom. I just got that notice from Mom about 2 minutes ago that she's heading up here Wednesday, whether you like it or not. Well, I don't like it because that means I have to get to bed early to, whatever. Thank you, Tim. 25H2, I have that update now installed. Well, yeah, you should have had it installed for a while. I am in that boat as well, Jeff Ryman. I do not think of some point in time. Yeah, I guess for a few of you, that's what I would suggest is just go into their update catalog and look up a specific KB number and then go get it that way. If you want it. Some of these updates that they're giving out nowadays, you can do without. Like we've got an update today that actually came out on Sunday. Came out yesterday. I need to go find out what the H it is because I'm not going to install an update that's going to fix something that's not broken. And I know that's what they're trying to do, so I am going to stop. They want to fix that update that broke everything. They don't need to fix mine. Mine doesn't have that issue. That's exactly what it is. The update, the KB5078, yeah. I need to talk to somebody. Yeah, that's the 507. Yep, that's, I got the notes on that here somewhere. There is an update you want to, I believe, avoid. Yep. KB507 8127. That's a different one that I have. Microsoft is now starting to remove features from that update in December that they had that update they had in December. The KB5070311, the optional update that had the 25 new features. Well, a few of those features they took out. One of them I don't remember what the other one was, but it has to do with the widgets board. They're having problems with that, so they couldn't release it on this update. They probably will next month, it sounds like. They might try that again. And speaking of the widgets board, it sounds like they have removed the widgets board. And another note is Microsoft released second emergency Windows 11 update. Boy, that update is causing all kinds of problems, isn't it? Good golly. I thought that the first emergency update that they sent out would have fixed it, but no, they've sent out a second one, so I don't know what kind of shenanigans they've got themselves into to do a second emergency update. It sounds like they've got a little bit of a problem they've got to get over. A warning from Microsoft. Microsoft users need to update to fix the 0-day severity flaw in Microsoft MS Office, Microsoft Office. If any of you have Microsoft Office, you need to update it today to avoid that 0-day security flaw. So if they can't go through the Windows, if that exploit can't get anywhere through Windows, which I'm sure Microsoft has patched it, that's why the exploit is now going after um, Microsoft Office. And they're going to patch that one, so that little bug is just going to get stuck in its own little hole. It's going to go nowhere, so at least they're keeping up with it. Oh. Yeah, and the CEO, Satya Nadella, wants everybody to start calling for Microsoft, they want us to stop calling it AI slop. This is one that kind of gets me. What Microsoft is doing, I guess I can kind of get their reasoning on this, but Microsoft confirms, which means they have admitted that they are handing off the BitLocker keys to the FBI law enforcement. Now, they'll only request that if they have to, and Microsoft has the right to say no. Or no, I'm saying that wrong. If Microsoft has a good enough reason to ask the FBI to use the BitLocker keys, they will, but more than likely, well, at least I hope the FBI kind of says no, that they don't want to do that, but who knows? That's just kind of a scary thing that now they're handing off the BitLocker keys to the FBI. So in the event that they have to use it, I guess now they have the leverage to use it through the FBI. Why can't Microsoft do that? Why did they hand it off to FBI? That's one question that was not answered. In that video that I was watching earlier today, is he didn't exactly answer why Microsoft is willingly handing off the BitLocker keys to FBI. I guess the reason is if they have to, they have the option to do that, but I don't think that's a good idea. So that's page 1. Page 2. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on with Microsoft this week. Started off slow, but it quickly picked up. Microsoft updates quality control is broken. Yeah, they've been talking about that for a while. That these updates that they're doing nowadays, they just have no quality control. I guess there's no one doing quality control, so I don't know. This is a downhill spiral that Microsoft is going through with these updates. They just seem to be having problem after problem after problem after problem, and it just, well, if Microsoft would clean up a few things at their end, like beef up their security team and get their security team to care more about security instead of them just not giving a, that's one thing they need to fix, and then some of these problems would go away, but I guess they don't want to do that, so. Yeah, the quality control for the hardware, software, and not all hardware can be tested. I mean, they try to get all these different types of hardware, and depending on the age of your computer, they can't test everything to work with the computers that are out there. So, there's just no one doing it right now. So, but even if they could, they couldn't test everything. But the majority of the hardware, they can kind of get a general idea of how it's going to work and if it's going to work, and they're just not doing that. They say, here's your update. It's the best it's going to be. There it is. Have fun with it. And if it works, it works. If it don't, well, they'll deal with it later. I really wish they'd stop doing that. They should fix the problem before it's shipped. But they're not doing that. Would you ever work for Microsoft? Maybe help from straighten out some of their problems? I don't think I have the brain power, Ski Man, to do that. The people at Microsoft, they might act stupid. They might act dumb, but they are some of the most intelligent brain work. These people are above Harvard. The people that come from I don't think I'd be able to even touch some of the stuff they would do. Helping them some of the stuff, I I don't know if I could. I'm not understand. I'm not smart enough to understand their language and the way they talk. I would just probably sit there like, "What'd you just say?" and say, "You know what? Get out of here." But yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, I'd like to. I wish there was people like me and other people that could go knocking on Microsoft's doors, say, "Hey, we see you're having problems. Maybe we can help you out a little bit. Maybe I don't know, but I don't know. I can see the cracks in the wall that Microsoft in quite a few areas is starting to crumble, and they just can't patch it fast enough because it's crumbling faster than they can patch it. Because nobody gives a shit at Microsoft anymore. At least that's my opinion of it. And from what I'm reading on YouTube and from what I'm reading on the internet, it sounds like that's just what's happening. Is people at Microsoft just don't give a flying anymore, and they really should. And that's why Microsoft is going downhill. And like another guy said on YouTube, I think it was Windows Computers and Technology said that the trust with Microsoft is pretty much gone. Yeah, for the most part. Oh, are Microsoft employees members of Mesa? I. Hey, catch you later, Jeff. See you tonight. I have no idea. Now, 8 watching. Yeah, as far as the number of people watching, it's still low numbers. I'd like to see it 20 or maybe 30 people, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to live long enough for that to happen. I think I gain a subscriber maybe one every 2 months, sometimes one every 3 months, but it's not that often I get a new subscriber nowadays. Every once in a while, something new drops in, and then I watch the numbers because it's kind of full. The next day they wipe themselves back up. The numbers go back up the next day, and then they just kind of during the day. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe YouTube is kicking out the fake people, and I don't know. Mesa is the largest high IQ security in the world. IQ society in the world. Okay. Well, it's the oldest and largest IQ society in the world. Yeah, it's probably above my paid grade to talk to people like that. I wouldn't be able to understand anything they say. So we got about 6 minutes here, guys. So if you got anything you want to say, I think now would be the time. So that's me and my Microsoft News 2 pages today. Yeah, sometimes Microsoft has good days, and then there's other days like today where Microsoft is coming up with problem after problem after problem, and then probably next week I'll have nothing to talk about because they fixed everything this week. I don't know. Hey man, I nominated you to be the president. They laughed. So, again, the last thing I want to talk about here in the last 4 minutes is we got the cold and you guys down south got the snow, and it sounds like a lot of you got 12 inches plus. I guess I'd rather be in Minnesota today and not down south where you're dealing with 12 plus inches of snow. I wouldn't be able to deal with that. and I wouldn't be able to go out shoveling anymore. That's the one thing the doctors don't really want me doing anymore, shoveling. It's not doing my back any good. Hey, William. Oh, Chris Garrett. Yeah, I thought my volume was still working. My volume here was turned off. Huh. Oh, I could use the help all I can get, or you could donate to my PayPal. Ryan Hall put out another video about another storm. Yay, lovely. Well, we're not supposed to warm up till Sunday, and Sunday is supposed to be like 24 degrees. So that's a lot better than what it is today. It's just downright cold here. It's just not a good day at all. It's just cold here, and I know a lot of down the southern states got a lot of snow. So I guess we exchanged. I guess we did things differently this year. You guys got the snow, we're getting the cold. What the how is that playing a video when I don't even have? That's weird. Playing a video. There's no video or anything on my phone, but I can hear it. Sometimes the only way to stop it from doing that is just to restart the phone. Hope Ryan is wrong. I do too. Wrap you up, bubble wrap. Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah, well, you guys keep playing with your AI slop stuff, and I think I'm going to hang back on the wings and see how this all plays out in a month or two. I think this whole AI thing is going to come crashing down eventually. That's what I'm afraid is going to happen. And I know Microsoft, the CEO of Microsoft, is starting to doubt if they really should be playing around with this AI stuff, because it really hasn't panned out for them the way they thought it would. Now that everybody's getting yelled at and the public is starting to get a hold of them about it, now Satya Nadella is saying it either holds up to par or I don't know. I don't think they're going to completely quit using AI, but I think they're going to have to redefine how it works. Because the way it's going now, just it isn't working. Everybody keeps thinking it is, but from what I'm reading and what I'm hearing, it isn't. But there are those believers of AI that are so wrapped up in themselves in it that they say AI can't do wrong. Well, yes, it can. They're just not smart enough to realize they're using something that may not be around for much longer. I mean, a few of the AI models will be. I think Grok will be. There's quite a few others that will be, but Microsoft themselves dealing with um, the AI. We'll see how long that goes. I gotta go running out the daylight. All right, Ken, I'll catch you later. AI is here to stay. Yeah, unfortunately. I'm just not one that's. See, I'd use AI if AI could understand me, but there's not an AI out there that will work. They all keep coming up with those question marks or asking me to redefine my question because they couldn't understand me. Well, if you can't understand how I said it in plain English, then I ain't gonna ask it twice. So that's the problem I have with AI and writing things. No, that doesn't work with me. I'm not good at putting sentences together for AI because it just comes up with question mark, question mark, question mark. Like, what'd you say? Like, never mind. I'm not gonna explain it twice. Yeah. Yeah, the media's in. Yeah, I don't know how long that'll take. I think we're in for it for a couple of years yet, but I don't think it's going to take off the way they thought it would. Everybody had high hopes that AI would be the man's best friend, and they're quickly finding out AI is more of a problem than it's worth. So finally, Sasha Nadella he finally saw the light, and he's now deciding and wondering, should Microsoft be playing with this AI stuff, or what do they really want to do with it? Because it's really not doing what they thought it would. And that's why Sasha Nadella sent out that warning a couple of days ago that if this AI does not start playing ball the way they want it to, they might just get rid of it. You can forget about the mice. They won't get rid of it. I think they'll close it so it's in house. Um, but we won't see it. They'll use it, and when they think it's safe enough and good enough and better than what it is now, someday off in the future, they'll re-release AI. It'll be bigger, better, faster, smarter, can understand any kind of language, understand any kind of speech inabilities, speech disabilities people have. It just can't do that. And with my speech disability, it can't understand me. Just the sound of my voice and the way I type my questions or whatever, my queries, it can't understand me. It just, at my level, the way I explain things, it can't understand me. So that's where I'm at with AI. It's just not a game changer for me. I think the military and government have AI, and that's way more advanced than what we even. Yeah, that's very well possible. In fact, it's more than possible. They probably do. The government has a lot of things that we don't really want to know what they have. 2:34. Gonna give it another minute here, and then I'm gonna hang it up for today. Hmm, 2:35 already. All right. Well, my ending notes, as I always say, today is Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday. There will be a live stream tomorrow. Um, Probably talk about more Microsoft stuff or whatever else is on your mind. And if you have suggestions for things for me to talk about, please let me know. I have just a small little tiny little pea brain that can't think of everything. So if you guys think of things that you would like me to mention or talk about, something that I didn't remember to talk about or whatever, just let me know. And I'll write it down and I'll see if I remember to talk about it. But you can remind me on the live stream that if I'm not getting to it or talking about something you want me to talk about, just let me know. Kindly, politely, and I'll see what I can do. But in the meantime, seeing a bunch of dust on my webcam, I gotta wipe this thing off. In the meantime, hope you all have a great day. Have a great day, have a good evening, and I will see all of you tomorrow on Tuesday. Same time, same place. Catch you all later, guys. Bye for now. Yeah, thanks for being here, Ski Man.